Shall I start, ma'am?
Yeah, start. I'm waiting. I'm here only. I've not gone anywhere.
All right, ma'am. A very warm afternoon to one and all present here. I welcome you all to day 3 session of Scaffolding Digital Competency Cycle 1 intra-class demonstration. It is our pleasure to have amongst us our resource person for today, Ms. Asfiya Afzal, and our teacher observer, Dr. Manisha Tyagi. Before starting with today's session, I would like our technical team to start the prayer for today, and let's take the blessings of the Almighty.
ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ अस्तो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
Carl Rogers once said, "The only person who is educated is the one who has learned how to learn and change." In yesterday's session, our resource person, Ms. Anupama Bijlani, explained us and taught us about a tool named Canva and also highlighted its multi-purpose uses. Today we have amongst us Ms. Asfiya Afzal, who will enlighten us with her digital knowledge. I first request Pooja Jain to introduce our resource person for today.
Thank you, Aarti. Good afternoon, everybody. Our resource person for today is Miss Asfiya Afzal. She is a graduate from Mumbai University with part majors in English literature and psychology. She is the social secretary of Bombay Teachers Training College. Her keen interest in stories and language has led her to pursue becoming an English teacher. She particularly enjoys reading fantasy and literature fiction. She also delights in creating artwork and delves into various mediums such as watercolors, acrylics, video creation, etc. She believes in Paulo Freire's philosophy of education being a means to liberate the oppressed and wishes to educate and empower young minds to the best of her ability. We welcome you, Asfiya.
Thank you, Pooja, for the introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. So yesterday, Anupama showed us how to create content using Canva. And there are myriad of ways to create content online. Today, we're going to be talking specifically about video content creation. So the tool I'm going to be introducing and demonstrating today is called Edpuzzle, wherein you can create, edit, or create your own videos or choose the videos from their own inventory and embed in them little questions or notes throughout the video, which not only will help you make the video more interactive for your students, but it will also help you to understand whether or not your students are following up with what you intend for them to learn through the video. So without any further ado, let me start sharing my screen. Okay, so this is the Edpuzzle login page. Let me show you what it would look like when you haven't logged in. So just go to edpuzzle.com. Yeah. And this is what you will see on your screen. So here is an option to get started, which is basically your sign up button. And here there's another sign up button, and there is also a login button if you already have an account. And there is also an option to go to an open class. So suppose your teacher or your friend has sent you a link to join. So you can join in through your open class and enter the class code through here. For now, let's go to the sign up page. And after you sign up, you will get the option of joining either as a teacher or a student. So once you join as a teacher, you can either sign in with your Google account or you can create your own Edpuzzle account. I have logged in already with my Google account. I have made a separate Google account just to create accounts on different websites. I recommend you do the same. So anyway, so once you log into your Edpuzzle account, this is what you will see on your screen. Before I get started with the actual video editing part, let's look at the plans that Edpuzzle offers. So basically with Edpuzzle is a free website. But the limitation of the free account is that you can only create up to 20 videos on Edpuzzle. After that, you'll have to purchase a pro teacher plan in order to make more. However, there is an option wherein you can invite a fellow teacher to join Edpuzzle, and by doing that, you get 3 extra video storage space. You cannot send it to someone to join as a student, because you will have so many students who may join Edpuzzle to be a part of your class. So that doesn't work. You have to invite a teacher, and when you do that, they'll get an email and they'll get a referral code. So when they enter your referral code, you will get 3 extra video storage space. So let's look at the plans now. So the first plan is the basic plan, which is the free plan, and you get up to 5 million videos already present on Edpuzzle that you can just edit and use, and the storage space is 20 videos. For the pro teacher plan, it is $11 per month, which comes to about 800 rupees or so per month, and here you have unlimited storage space. And the next option is to buy an Edpuzzle account for your entire organization, for your entire school or etc. So here what happens is that every teacher in your school will have an Edpuzzle account with unlimited video storage. So now let's go back to my account. Okay, so this is the home page. The home page will basically show you all of the videos that are related to something that you search for. Suppose you create lots of language videos, so that's what it will recommend to you, and it will show you that what videos are trending right now in your location, etc. Okay, let's go to first my curriculum. So the Edpuzzle's curriculum. So Edpuzzle's curriculum has some curated videos for specific levels of different classes, for different classes. So there's elementary school, middle school, and high school. But this is limited. This is not limited, but it is more curated for American curriculum. So it may not be of as much use to us. However, you can go through it and see you can get some ideas from it, and you can just explore it. The next thing here is an interesting feature wherein when I signed up on Edpuzzle, I entered my school name as Bombay Teachers Training College. So anyone else who also enters the same, their videos will show up in this tab. So for example, we have Komal from our class who has also signed up in Edpuzzle, and she has also put her name, her school name as Bombay Teachers Training College. So her video is also visible to me, and there's someone else also who has done the same. So anyone who signs up under this school, their videos will show up here in your school tab. And finally, let's move to my content. So this is everything that you work on, all the videos that you edit, work on, add questions to, etc. So let's go through it one by one. Here is the add content button. So let's see the first, let's go from the last. So here you can see a new folder button, wherein you can create a folder. For example, if you have different chapters in your subject and you want to create a different folder for each chapter, or you want to, like, say for English, I'm gonna divide it as grammar, poetry, and prose. So let's say I have a folder for grammar. I'll just write here adjectives. Okay, so now my folder is created, and any videos that I make, I can just go ahead and select them and move to the folder grammar. But I don't want to do that right now, so let's just keep it as it is. And the next thing here is student project. Now you can either create videos yourself, or you can assign your students to create a video. So in student project, what happens is you give them a subject. For example, let's just stick to adjectives. And the goal of the project is to find adjectives relating to color, for example. Okay. And then you give them any instruction. So make sure it includes lots of examples, and you save your project. So now your project is saved here, and then you can assign it to your students, but we'll come to the assigning part later on. Okay. And the next thing here is upload a video. Now there are two options to make your video content. That is, you can upload a video that you have already either pre-recorded or you have created using some other tools like Canva, for example, or you can create a video. So what happens in create a video is that it will take you to the Edpuzzle library of videos. So you can just, pick a video that you find interesting, and then you can start working on it. There are not only Edpuzzle libraries, but also YouTube, Khan Academy, Crash Course, etc. So if you don't like any of the Edpuzzle videos and you have a particular video in mind from YouTube, you can just search it here and it will appear. So for example, let's search for nouns, and you will find all the YouTube videos related to nouns. Now, if there's any video that you're not able to find here in this section, you can just go to YouTube and search over there. For example, I want to take this video. So I can just copy the link address and paste it here. And it will automatically open the video for me. Okay. And the last option we have is to upload a video. So any video that you have on your mobile device or your desktop or laptop, you can go ahead and choose that, or you can even upload from your Google Drive. Yeah, that reminds me, Edpuzzle is also available to use from your mobile device. You can use it from your desktop, you can use it from your mobile, or you can also download an app, an Edpuzzle app from the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. Okay. So now let's get into the video editing part. So any video that you start working on will automatically appear in your content. Now I don't want this, so I'm just gonna delete it. Okay. So yeah, let's start working on it. I'll click on edit. Okay. So now here we have like a top. Here we have the three options: cut, voiceover, and questions. So let's see what cut is first. Cut is basically you can trim the video as per your liking. If you want to, if you've taken a video from YouTube and you don't want the part where they say like subscribe to my channel, etc. So you can just go ahead and drag it back and then it gets deleted. And if you want to remove anything from the beginning or the end of the video, you can just, directly drag it to the point where you want your video to end. I mean, your video to, start. Or if you want to make a cut in between, what you can do is, wherever you want to add a cut. So for example, I want to add a cut over here. I can just press this button, add cut, and then drag it to the point where I want, I want that section of the video to get deleted. So I'll just drag it to where I want it to start again. Okay, and to be more precise, you also have an option here to enter the say minute, the timestamp basically. So yeah, if I say, for example, 1 minute and 12 seconds. Oh, sorry, it's 1 minute and seconds. So here is 1 minute and 2 seconds, and it has added a cut automatically. And then I can go ahead and drag it. Okay. So now if I play my video from here,
Or even personalities like a bear, like a tall person.
yeah, so this part of the video has been chopped off. All right, and if there's any cut that you've made by mistake, you also have the undo button to go back to how it was, or you can just drag it back like this and it joins the video back. You also have the reset button, so it will basically delete all of your cuts. So the video is now back to how it originally was. Okay, so the next thing we have is voiceover. So voiceover, you can add a voiceover on any section of the video as per your liking. You can start it from anywhere. So for example, let me add a voiceover here that says, yeah, this is a test audio. So my voice has now been recorded. It's loading. Yeah, okay. So this section of my, this is the voiceover section, this yellow part, and I can even move it on any part of the video, wherever I want to add it. And when you add a voiceover, basically the audio that is already present in the video gets deleted and it gets replaced by your voiceover. So for example, now this at 07, it says
what adjectives are.
it has an audio, the video has an audio. Now let's go back to 07 and add my voice over there.
So we will understand.
Yeah, this is a test audio.
Activity.
Okay. So basically the audio that was present in the video, it got deleted and your voiceover got added instead. Now, if you want to delete your, if you don't like it, you want to retake it, you can also go ahead and delete it. And you can add as many voiceovers at as many points as you like. Okay, so the next part of it is questions. Now there are three types of things that you can add to your video. That first is a multiple choice question, next is an open-ended question, and third is a note. So let's go one by one. So now here in my video, this particular video I've made on adjectives. And in this, I have a part of the video where I'm just reading out the sentences and they have to identify the adjectives. So for that,
A beautiful bird flew towards me.
here I have already added, but I'm just going to delete this and okay. So yeah,
Flew towards me.
so here I'm going to pause my video and I'm going to add a multiple choice question. Say, what is the adjective used in the sentence? And then I can give my options. So for example, bird or beautiful. You can even add more choices if you like. So let me add one more. I'll say flew. And after you've written your options, you have to mark your correct option with the green tick and save it. Okay. And one thing to note here is that the multiple choice questions will automatically be graded. When the students watch the video, the multiple choice questions will automatically be graded by Edpuzzle itself. But the open-ended question, you will have to grade them at the end. Like when your students submit the the assignments, you will have to grade them, because obviously it is an open-ended question, so Edpuzzle cannot recognize whether it is right or wrong. So here I'll add another question.
Reading on a hot afternoon.
Okay, so here I'm going to add another question. What is the adjective used in the sentence? So here they don't have any option, they have to write it by themselves.
Sahil got a happy text from his friend.
Okay, so here I will add another, the next thing, note. So I don't want to ask a question here. I just want to tell them that, okay, this is the adjective that is used. I'm just going to write the adjective used here is happy. Or you can even record your voice also here. So for example, I'm gonna record it. The adjective used here is happy. So I'm gonna save that here. So when your students come to this part of the video, they will get this note popping up on their screen, and they will also get this recording, so they can go ahead and play it, and then they'll know what you have to say. So any comment that you want to add on any section of the video, you want them to observe a certain part of the video, you can go ahead and add a note or a recording. So these are the 3 features that you can add in your videos. And then finally, you can go ahead and finish your video after you have made every change, every editing that you want to do. And now let's look at the features present here. So here you have 2 options. You can either keep it public or private. When you keep it public, everyone who has logged, anyone on Edpuzzle can see it, and particularly your own school members who have logged in through the same school or put the same school name in the while signing up, they can see it. If you put it private, even they will not be able to see it. And then you can delete your video if you don't want it, and you can share it. Now here, this is for you to share with like your colleagues or your friends, or even for the mentoring session that we are going to have, you can share this link, because this link is not an assignment link. It is just like to get a preview of the video. So even though the questions and the notes will pop up on the screen, but you will not be getting any grades basically. So it's not an assignment, it's just to view. So you can share this link with your mentors, and you can also embed this link on a website, your blogs, etc. Okay, so here again you can go back to the editing studio if there's any changes that you want to make. And finally we come to assign. So let's see. Okay, so in assign, there are 3 types of classes that you can assign your video to. Let's see which they are. The first one is classic class, the second one is an open class, and the third one is a Google Classroom or any other LMS integration like BTTC, Shiksha, or other Moodle integrations. You can also do that, but it's much more technical and you will have to get help in that. So I'm not going to get into that. So let's see what a classic class is. So basically, a classic class is one wherein you assign your video to your Edpuzzle classroom. So in order for you to do this, your students need to have an Edpuzzle student account. Otherwise, you won't be able to do it. They need to log in or sign up, and you'll get more stats using this class. Next, there is an open class. Now, this is similar to, like Mentimeter or Nearpod, etc., where you share the link with them and they can, watch the video, answer the questions, and they will they can get a code or something, and then they can join the class. So they don't need to have an Edpuzzle account for you to share your classes share your videos with an open class. And the final one is a Google Classroom. So of course you need to have a Google Classroom for this. So I have just created one. I will assign it. Okay. And I'll also do it for, okay, I'm not going to assign this class for now. I'll assign a different class which I've created for demonstration. I will create an open class for you guys. Okay. And here you have an option to let Edpuzzle generate student nicknames. If you do this, then your students will not have the option to enter their names. So if you want to keep it anonymous, you can press that, or else you can let your students enter their names. Create class. So now I'm going to assign my video to Google Classroom. So for Google Classroom, what happens is you get this option of posting it on Google Classroom. So your Google class will get a notification that you have posted a video, an assignment over there, and they will also directly get a link to this video as well. So, and I had just shown you for this option, but I'm not going to assign it to Google Class. And here we have an option called prevent skipping. So I'm sure that when we used to get assignments, now videos are fairly like new, but we would have gotten like reading assignments where I'm sure that many of us would just skim through or skip parts entirely, but we don't want our students to do that. So here is an option to prevent skipping. So basically they will not be able to move the video forward manually. They can move it backwards, they just won't be able to move it forward. They have to watch the entire video. And here is the start date. So if you want to schedule it at any point of the day, you can do that. I'll just put it for today. And the due date, you can also put a due date. So you'll know whether your students have submitted it before the due date or not. Okay, so I'll just put it for tomorrow. And yeah, assign. Okay, so now here we have two options. Either you can just share the link with them and your students can do their assignment at their own time before the due date, of course. And the other option is to go live. So this will be like, again, similar to Mentimeter or Nearpod, where the video will be playing on the screen of the teacher, and she will share they will share the screen with the students using like Zoom screen share or anything like that. And the questions will appear on the login devices of the students itself. So if, let's, for the sake of convenience, say that students have logged in from their Chrome on their mobile. So the questions will appear on their Chrome and the video will be playing on your Chrome, which you will be sharing with the students. So for now, let's do this go live. You use this go live option, and let's test your adjectives knowledge. Okay, so I will share the link with you. Okay, let me know if you've received it. Have you received the link?
Yes, yes.
Great. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna go live and you can join in through that link. Okay, so I'm gonna start the video. You can keep joining even if I start. Okay. So I'm going to just wait for a minute more and then I'll start. Okay, let me start the video now. Now this video will only be playing on your Zoom screen, okay? And when the questions appear, they will appear on your your Chrome screen, okay?
Beautiful bird flew towards me.
Okay, has the question appeared on your devices?
Yes, yes, it appears.
Yes, it has.
Okay, great. Now you can answer the question. Once you answer the question, again, it will show you something like waiting for the teacher to
Yeah,
move forward
I
or
see.
something of that sort. Yeah. So once I
Yes.
continue, then only the video will move forward.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm waiting for everyone to answer. Keep in mind that this video was aimed at 5th graders, so try not to cringe at my voice. Okay, so
It's beautiful. Your voice.
okay, I'm gonna continue now. And then you can see the responses. So yeah. Okay, everyone knows their 5th grade adjectives. Great. So everyone has answered it correctly. So now let's move forward.
Monty sat reading on a hot afternoon.
Now here you will get an open-ended question. So Edpuzzle will not give you whether you have, put the correct answer or not. I will have to grade you later on. Okay, so I'll wait for all of you to answer the question. You can sprinkle in some wrong answers in there, just so we can get some different stats. Okay, so I'm going to move forward now. Okay, everyone has said hot. Awesome. Reading. Okay. All right. Continue.
Sahil got a happy text.
Okay, again, this is a multiple choice question. Now, if you want to, go back and watch it, if your students have not understood anything or something, you also have the option to rewatch that section of the video. So let's try that actually.
Sahil got a happy text from.
Okay, so when you do rewatch, it only shows the section of the video after a point, that is after the previous tab that you have included or the previous question that you have added. Okay, all right, so let's move forward. Yeah, great. So now you're getting stats like this. You can see the percentage of people who have answered correctly or wrong, but you can't see like who has answered correctly or wrong at this point. You can see it later on when you're grading, but now you can't. Okay, so
From his friend.
and that's it. The video is over. You can now exit the live. And then you will get your stats here. So in your assignments, in your classes, you go to your particular class, and in that you will have the assignment bar wherein you can find the statistics. Okay, so here you can see who has watched the video and who hasn't. So everyone has watched this video because it was a live video. These two people have not because they joined in, but they maybe they had some network issues, so they left or something like that happened. So they didn't watch. So you can see how much of the video they have watched. Just give me 1 minute. Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, it just got so windy suddenly and everything started flying. Anyway, so here, yeah, you can get the stats. So if your video is not live, you can see, how many of your students have watched the entire video or how many have not, etc. Then the next thing is the grading, which will appear after I have, marked the answers correct or wrong. And then, yeah, you can also see when they watch the video and when they have submitted the assignment. So let's go to one particular student. Now here, again, you get the same stats over here. And here, this is an interesting stat that you get, wherein you can see the number of times that your student has watched a particular part of the video. So this can be quite helpful for you to, understand which part of the video that your students were maybe having difficulty in understanding. So you can go ahead and ask them if they've understood that part or not. So that's good. And here you can mark them as right or wrong. This is already marked because it was MCQ, but then still you can. Here is the open-ended question. So now there is no grade given here. Here you can see that the grade is already given. So I'm going to mark this as correct. And this is already correct. Okay. So here, if there is, suppose that you want to add any comment, you can add a comment here as well. Great. great job, whatever you want to add. And that's it. So now Aarti, if you can refresh your page, you will see an option that says show results on your screen. Does it show? If you will refresh your Chrome page.
Yeah, just a second, I'm checking.
Yeah. So let's look at some. So, Pratiksha, you can check as well. Okay, so basically, if you refresh your page, it will show you. It will give you an option that says show results, and then it will give you all of your correct and wrong answers.
Okay, okay. Let me check.
Okay.
Yes, Asfiya is showing me
Yeah.
the results.
Okay, great. So that's how it goes, and then you also get an option to see how many you how many students you have not yet graded. So that will be helpful. And here is an option to reset student grades as well. So all of the grades, all of the people who have turned in, it will all get deleted again. So if you want to give the assignment again, or there's some mistake, you can do that. You can delete a particular one also. For example, if your student has submitted twice, something like that, you can delete one attempt. And you can download the grades as well. So you will get a spreadsheet. And you can delete the entire assignment as well. So that's about Edpuzzle. And yeah, that brings me to the end of my demonstration. Yeah, the platform is open for questions.
Thank you, Asfiya. It was very simplified and very well explained. Moreover, I found your voice very cute, so you don't have to be worried for that purpose. There are a few questions in the chat box, which few of them you have answered already at the end of the session. But there is a question by Hamid, and he's asking, can we add a blank section in the video editing part?
So you cannot add a blank. I mean, if you have created your own video, in that video itself, you can keep a blank section like a black screen or something. But in the editing studio, you can't add a blank section. If you remove a section of the video, it will just move to the next part of the video itself. So you can't add a blank section over there.
Okay. The next question we have, can you submit your response again after rewatching the video by Pooja?
After rewatching, no, it will show that you have already submitted your assignment, your answer.
Okay. Next question we have from Priyal. In open-ended question, is there any possibility of writing the answers and let students know if they are wrong or right?
No, there is no option of that sort. You will have to grade them yourself. So when you correct the answer, I mean, the students will know that they have written the correct answer.
Hamid has one more query. He's asking, can one student see another student's result?
No, they can't. Only the teacher can see.
Okay. I think if there are any other doubts, you can ask Asfiya now.
I have a question. See, this video you created for evaluation, right? You wanted to know whether they have understood the adjectives and noun. Now, suppose you have to teach. So how you will, create?
So this is a video that I have created by myself, but there are so many videos that you can, pick right from YouTube itself. And there are, see, even if you create your own video, the whole video can have an explanation, but in between you can add little questions to check, okay, whether they have understood this part.
So in a similar way, how we do presentation,
Yeah.
so you start asking a question, right? And then the thing is that how they will answer. Only 3 ways they can answer, right?
2 ways. Yeah, they can either answer multiple choice or open-ended.
Huh. Only two ways they can answer.
And the third option is to include a note. So if you want them to notice a particular thing in that section of the video,
Then they cannot record their voice, no?
they cannot record. No, they cannot record their voice. They can only view the video and see yours. But in that option where there is an option called student. I'll just share my screen once again. Here, there is an option called student project. So in this, they can, the video that they have created, in that they can add their own.
If they are creating, they can record their own voice. But the thing is that if teacher wants them to answer something, while they say something, that is not possible.
No, that's not possible.
Okay. And then one more question I have. See, it is for primary classes. Whether it is useful for higher classes?
Yes, it is useful for higher classes also. This was a very, simplistic video that I had made for 5th standard, but you will find so many different, more complex videos as well from Khan Academy, YouTube, Edpuzzle itself. So you can use those.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Any other question? Anybody else would like to ask anything? Shweta is writing, it was amazing session. Yes, it is indeed amazing session. I would like to tell Asfiya, I felt that I am listening to some, very experienced resource person. She never fumbled. She never had any kind of confusion. She was very clear with her, content. She knew each and every feature of the Edpuzzle. And then very confidently, she has conducted the session. I really liked her facial expressions, her voice, her gestures, her, way of teaching. It was excellent for me. बोलते ना ऊपर से भी ऊपर सीढ़ी नहीं बुला सकते सीढ़ी वाला परफॉर्मेंस है.
Okay. Can anyone else also give feedback for the session?
Yes, I would like to give, because about video, we just share always in our presentation, but to more know about that editing part, we come to know just now after beautifully explained by Asfiya, and it's really her expressions, the way of talking, it's make us interesting till the end, and it's very short of time. When she said no, he is the end of the. So I thought it was more interesting to know longer time.
And then you all can use. See, for us, like we have been listening at Puzzle since last year. This lockdown happened, and then we are listening to all these tools. But then it was a pleasure listening again to her. I knew most of the features, but then the thing is that I never felt that "Arey mujhe pata hai abhi kya sunna hai." But it was really very interesting. She made it so and then I never, I have attended many sessions on Edpuzzle, but then nobody told me about different plans. You told me like you have only 20 videos, and then if you want to purchase, then you can pay something like 800 rupees monthly. And institution, I wanted to know the institutional cost, how much it is. Do you know, Asfiya?
No, ma'am, you have to request it. I mean, you will have to contact Edpuzzle and you'll get a price.
Okay. So that is not, we don't know how much you charge for that.
I think maybe depending on the teachers, the number of teachers also, they might change.
I want to know, have you purchased it, or you are just doing it like?
No, this is a free account.
Free account. Okay. So if you want to make free videos and make more than 20 videos, then you have to buy, isn't it?
Yes.
And suppose you make 20 and then delete all 20.
Yeah,
and
then you can make more also. If
then you
at one point you need to have only 20.
Okay. And if you want to save them, then you have to buy, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I think it is a great tool for all the young teachers, and because you're going to teach in the schools, you definitely use this in your lesson plans, and then you just give a link for your Edpuzzle video, and it can be used very well in higher classes also. So very interesting.
Yeah, just one more thing I want to add is that the 20 includes your videos, your projects, and your folders as well. So all of that will also count in that 20.
Okay. Got it.
Have a lot of appreciation coming in for Asfiya. We
Yeah.
have Priya, she says, great session, love the way you explained Asfiya. Then you have Janet James saying, amazing presentation. Kisha Panchal says, Asfiya explained the content very well. It was amazing. Thank you, Asfiya.
Thank you so much.
It is everything, Asfiya. I believe that appreciation is a wonderful thing. It makes what is excellent in others belong to us as well. So we end the session today, and I request Hinaz Irani to propose vote of thanks.
Wonderful session by all of you. I really congratulate Dr. Jha. He took a lot of efforts in, convincing you all to do this. And then it has shaped very well. I mean, you all are doing a great job.
Thank you, Aarti. So it is said that the more you are thankful, the more you attract things to be thankful for. I'm honored to receive this opportunity to propose the vote of thanks at the end of the third day of the best practice, scaffolding digital competency, tool for synchronous and asynchronous classrooms. First and foremost, I would like to thank our resource person, Ms. Asfiya Afzal, for sharing her valuable knowledge about Edpuzzle, an interactive video creating and editing tool. A very special thanks to Principal of Bombay Teachers Training College, Dr. Bhagwan Balani, and Vice Principal, Dr. Mandeep Pocha, for always supporting our journey of learning new and diverse online tools. I'd like to extend my gratitude to our teacher observer, Dr. Manisha Tyagi, for being here to look over the session. My sincerest gratitude to the organizing secretary, Dr. Rajiv Jha, for bringing us this very insightful program. I'm grateful to the outstanding faculty of Bombay Teachers Training College. Thank you for your unconditional support. I'd like to extend my gratitude to each and every wonderful and supportive student volunteers, including Ms. Aarti Pandey and Ms. Pooja Jain. Last but not the least, a very hearty thank you to all the participants who have been here till the very end of the session. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. It was a wonderful session. And I hope you will continue with the same enthusiasm and the same, inclination towards everything, all the events of BTTC. So I wish you good luck for everything. And then I just want to know, Ambika and the student council members, cultural committee members, are we meeting at 3 o'clock today?
Yes, ma'am. We'll be meeting at 3 p.m. today.
Okay, fine. So just have a break. I leave the meeting now.
Yes, ma'am. You can, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much.
I'm going to stop the recording.